Good morning, all. As we begin our prayer this morning, I'd invite us to hold Joanne's sister and family in our prayers. Joanne's sister died this week, so we want to keep her, Joanne, and her family in our prayer as we gather this morning. So let us pray. As you breathe this morning, simply become present to the divine energy flowing in you and through you and for you. And be present to your heart that is a field of God's love. May the seeds of love be planted deep within us. May the seeds of peace and hope be sown there too, that the desert of what seems to be an angry, hurting world will bloom, be changed and grow as all people come to know a lovely, flourishing garden healing the world. May the seeds of love be planted deep within us. May the seeds of peace and hope be sown there too, that the desert of what seems to be an angry, hurting world will bloom, be changed and grow as all people come to know a lovely, flourishing garden healing the world. I started working on today's prayer a couple of weeks ago, and I actually had something all prepared. However, in light of all the life and events that have taken place in our country and world the last couple of weeks, I was moved to start all over and go in a different direction. I can imagine that you're struggling like I am with all that's going on. So the prayer this morning is more of a reflection on how others accompany us in these times and how they often provide us with inspired insights that shift our perspective. So to begin with, a couple of weeks ago, I was in New York presenting to the CSJ novices in our federation. It was a very rich experience, and I always treasure the opportunities when together we delve deeply into the core of our mission and charism and discover its beauty and power. However, the Saturday that I was there was the day we bombed Iran. It was very disturbing, and I was very disheartened. And I kept thinking, I got home on Sunday, and on Monday morning, I woke up feeling very, very sad and disheartened. And I kept thinking, how could we, have just spent all these days talking about the God of inclusive love and unity and loving the dear neighbor without distinction and on, all the beautiful things that are connected to who we are as sisters and associates and friends of St. Joseph. And then I was feeling like this beauty and this goodness is the total antithesis of the bombing and destruction. And so I was really upset. So later that morning, I wrote about this to a friend of mine. Her response was wise, insightful, and exactly what I needed to hear. She said, maybe it's not that our mission and charism are the antithesis of what's happening, but rather the antidote. Not the antithesis, but rather the antidote. Wow. Yes, that's right. We can be the antidote. Thank you, Mary Jo Hazard, for your insight. And since that day, I've shared that with others, and they've shared it with more others. It really was a shift in perspective and hopeful. Then last Friday, Father Greg Boyle spoke in our chapel. And I know many of you know who he is, but for those who don't, he's a Jesuit priest who spent most of his life working with gangs and helping them to realize their inherent goodness and potential. He was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2024 and has just published a new book called Cherished Belonging. He shared many beautiful reflections based on his experience. These nuggets of nourishment, as I like to call them, weren't necessarily new insights, but more like hope-filled reminders that regrounded me and us in what we hold dear and what we believe. Greg, like Mary Jo, was a messenger of hope. A few of the things that he said that I want to share with you are these. And this is actually by Mirabai Starr, which some of you might be familiar with her work. She said, once you know the God of love, fire all the other gods. Love is always the next thing to do. Joy and fearlessness are the hallmarks of discipleship. Neighborism is the marrow of the gospel. So I would invite us just to spend a few moments with some of those truisms and with Mary Jo's insight. Just to pray with however the Spirit is moving in you this morning. invite you, if you like, to sing along. May the seeds of love be planted deep within us. May the seeds of peace and hope be sown there too, that the desert of what seems to be an angry, hurting world will bloom, be changed and grow, as all people come to know a lovely, flourishing garden healing the world. May the seeds of love be planted deep within us. May the seeds of peace and hope be sown there too, that the desert of what seems to be an angry, hurting world will bloom, be changed and grow, as all people come to know a lovely, flourishing garden healing the world. And so let's keep sowing seeds of love, and remembering that together, we are God's antidote for our world. Have a blessed day, everyone.